Today we have a great Fire Music Friday. I'm waiting on Jason to enter the room. What up, Maven? I'm also waiting on myself to enter the room. But yeah, today is a Fire Music Friday. We're going to jump it off with some new music that hasn't even been released yet. And then we're just going to continue to play SOTOV.
Yeah, let's go. Wax on, wax off. Miyagi all in my form. David, son with a prophet. Cobra Kai on that throne. Wings on the serpent. Dragons all in my circle. Lord of all of those rings. MC in the circus. In the midst of all my thoughts is where I like to play. I put it all on wax, immortalize the way. Surfing on purpose is more than title page. Cause nowadays the chase for endorphins makes for an exciting race. And everybody running something. Yeah, and if they ain't, I bet they running from it. Duality's a bitch. Your confidence is inconsequence and knowing what's to give. Tell me something I don't know. Give me love that I won't get. Show me something I can't see. Prove to me that I know. Fret you worry about how I got here. Imagine where I'm going next. What you see it is no fear. Bitch, I burn it down till ain't nothing left. Tell me something I don't know. Give me love that I won't get. Show me something I can't see. Prove to me that I know. Fret you worry about how I got here. Imagine where I'm going next. What you see it is no fear. Bitch, I burn it down till ain't nothing left. Tell me something I don't know. In a city full of that gun smoke. Yeah. The liars stand in the front row. It's a war, nigga. Why you think they call it a front phone? Yeah. Well, I'm not that nigga to front on. Fuck saying names, I ain't taking aim. I just drop grenades with no pen. No need to raise the bar for this. The way I move is too legit. I'm God tier with this rap shit. Double dog spelled backwards. To blast at me is blasphemy. But if it makes you better get active, king. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. I'm a selfish God, I need the curses too. And to call out your name will mean that I worship you. But the irony is I can't say your name that I never knew. Tell me something I don't know. Give me love that I won't get. Show me something I can't see. Prove to me that I know. Fret you worry about how I got here. Imagine where I'm going next. What you see it is no fear. Bitch, I burn it down till ain't nothing left. Tell me something I don't know. Give me love that I won't get. Show me something I can't see. Prove to me that I know. Fret you worry about how I got here. Imagine where I'm going next. What you see it is no fear. Bitch, I burn it down till ain't nothing left. Tell me something I don't know.
Tell me something I don't know. I'll tell you something you don't know.
What
I'll tell everybody something I didn't know. I didn't know that, and this is definitely a fuck around find out thing, but Fire Music Friday, I found out that Donald Trump built a huge golf course in Scotland. And the people, this isn't a Donald Trump bash, because we talk the same shit about all the other side, right? But it's just got to keep it real. If not, then everybody thinks somebody's great or bad, and they're not. You know what I mean? Either or. So Donald Trump built a big ass golf course in Scotland. His mom is Scottish. I'm not sure what his dad was, but so he's got a lot of ties, not necessarily personally with himself, but through family over in Scotland. So long story short, he built a golf course there and bought all of the land from people. But there was a few people that didn't want to sell for whatever reason. I don't know if it was, just because they didn't want to sell or they didn't need the money, or maybe somebody gave them money not to sell it against him. I don't know all that, but I know that they didn't sell, and he made it so these people didn't get water anymore. Now, that might be in the contract. It might say, look, if you
Yeah.
stay living here, all the water in this area is going to the golf course to make it nice and
Right.
pretty, whatever.
Right.
I don't
Right.
know. You know what I'm saying? But all I know is the people aren't getting water. And then if you look at places in the States of America that have fucked up water situations, it's really crazy to think that he won the presidency in 2016,
Right.
and Flint, Michigan, and I could go down the list because I have today, but like I know everybody knows about Flint, Michigan, so that's just a real easy one to talk about. Their water is still fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
I
mean, I'm
know.
not saying he could solve. I'm not saying you could solve all the problems of the United States in 4 years, but like, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying that's just kind of
Yeah,
weird to me.
bro.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
That's not. That's it is
And I
unusual.
every day I'm going to be dropping different gems about Kamala, about Donald, about
Well, you know what I
Joe,
found out about Kamala?
and
You
about
had something about to say?
RFK Jr.
Yeah, we gonna keep it real. You know
because
what
we
I
need
found
to
out
know this
about
shit.
Kamala? So I found out that Kamala, as the DA
Kamala.
of Kamala, excuse me, as the
Yeah, don't be
DA.
saying that.
Don't be right. We're
Don't be
not.
don't be calling her Kamala like people are doing.
My bad. My
Bro,
bad.
people calling her Kamala because she's Indian. They're calling her Kamala. I'm like,
Bro,
God damn, y'all
bro,
motherfuckers are
bro.
creative with this
But they
shit, bro.
made it. They called Donald Trump the Orange Man for a long time, so it's just
Yeah, and
like
she's
this.
orange too. Shit.
Politics are like fucking like it's like the like back in school when people were running for class presidents. And you, Robert's a stinky doo doo head. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, guys. Like, we gotta make
Lion
better.
Kamala,
But
Lion Ted, all these things,
um
bro. That's straight up mob shit, bro. That's how the mob
Kamala
talks, bro.
Kamala Miss Harris, Mrs. Harris, she I guess took the Nina Simone state away from Nina Simone's granddaughter. Like I said, this is all alleged shit. Obviously, that's coming
Who
out with
know?
this. Nina Simone. Um, that she was in a recent sample with Jay. She's an old school singer. Fuck. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new
Oh,
life
okay.
for
Yeah, I
me,
know
and
who you're
I'm
talking about.
feeling.
Right. Yeah.
The okay. Um, so they was getting ready to, I guess, to re-release a bunch of Nina Simone shit and everything, and I guess the granddaughter of Nina Simone spent like $2 million out of the estate of Nina Simone for some personal reasons, and so Kamala Harris's district attorney's office uh
Got her.
fined her for
Boom.
improper use of the Nina Simone estate's money. They find her. She's her granddaughter spent 2 million. The state sued her for 6 million and basically owned Nina Simone now.
Jeez.
That's why they was trying to get Zoe Saldana to play Nina Simone in the movie they were trying to do for her, because it was after Kamala's district attorney office went in there and took that shit away from her for like, and it was wild. It's like how how much power
What?
does our government have to be able to take some shit from you that your grandmother bestowed, or that obviously your grandmother gave to your mother and your mother gave to you?
Right. Well,
You
hey,
know what I
hey.
mean?
So think about this, bro. The same type of shit you're talking about. That shit
Yeah,
is going on right now. I think it's still going on with Elvis's estate.
I
So
bet it
his
is.
mother didn't want to give the grant. Or hold up, I might need to get this right. But anyway, it was either his mother or his ex wife that didn't want to give the grandchildren or grandchild or whatever it is the estate when they got to a certain age. It was supposed to,
Right.
go into their name, and they fought and fought and fought it. But there's always some attorneys involved in that
Yeah.
shit. So who the fuck knows?
Well, I just found out like that was just some new shit that
But
I
I
didn't
agree
know
with what you're saying though. Like, why
about
does it?
Kamala. You know what I mean?
You know what I
And
mean?
what I only reason why I say that because you see all of this new information about her that's just surfacing all over, right? And you see what's getting fact checked and what's not getting fact checked. And so I'm just paying attention to everything that's getting fact checked and what's not getting fact checked. I like to look at information, give it a couple days, see if the fact checkers pop up somewhere on people's posts about shit. And you see, there's several posts where, there was that fake Epstein picture with her and quote unquote Jeff Epstein, but that was a doctored picture. The real
Yeah,
picture
there's
was her and her husband in that picture, but they never fact checked that picture where fucking Ghislaine Maxwell is in the background, which is hilarious because it's like
hmm
they photoshopped a picture of her and Jeff Epstein, and they immediately were like, "Oh, that's completely wrong." But then you
right.
share the picture of her with what's her name, and they're like, "No, yeah, that actually happened."
Yeah,
And it's like it's just weird, how it's like even though that picture was false, it was still true. You know what I mean? Like even
right.
if somebody made up that picture with her and Epstein, the fact that she's kicked it with Ghislaine and Epstein is fucking still true. You know what I mean? So like, I
hmm
just think it's funny how everybody's doing this situation. A lot of people don't get that it doesn't matter, you know, uh, about all the extra shit that's going on with it. Is always some other shit behind it, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because it's like she literally is in the newspapers for being in an affair with the district attorney who was the district Mike Brown, some Brown dude who was the district
hmm
attorney before her,
Willie
and
Brown.
it's like,
Willie Brown.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
So
a
it's like,
he's not just a district attorney. He's really influential still since the 1970s in
Yeah, I was
California
gonna say
politics.
somebody that
that's
lives in
crazy.
California probably could
Yeah.
say
But
something
it's just
about that
like,
more because that was like a big
how does your
thing.
side chick get that job? You know what I mean? Like that's what's the
Oh, because
wildest
every
shit ever.
side chick he ever had got a job like that.
He out there pimping, huh, Maven?
He 100%. A
Oh
hundred.
shit! He said I gotta
You
put
could
these
look
bitches to
there.
work.
Dude, the PBS station here even did a documentary on him and basically said that exact thing I just said.
What? Oh my
Right.
god! I'm
If you
just
And
look up
oh
so,
Willie
shit,
Brown,
and that's
he was a
yeah.
kingmaker here in California
hey,
in
so
the
so
70s, 80s, and 90s, and still.
Wow.
so all right. So if he was doing that in the '70s and shit, that means him and Trump definitely
Oh sure.
knew each other because in the '70s and '80s is when Trump was at his height, and this
For
dude was
sure.
donating to every fucking body,
Yeah,
bro.
well,
Everybody.
we seen the checks that he donated to Kamala when she was
But
running for office. Obviously, if he put his side chick in that position, because that's exactly what happened. The DA is resigns after accusations of sleeping with his secretary or whoever or his intern at the time, Kamala Harris, and then Kamala,
right,
whatever the fuck her last name was, and it's just weird
like,
because
but
it's like
what I mean, but what is I'm just saying, maybe I'm missing
no
something
no
here. But what's the problem with sleeping with your
It ain't got
secretary or
hey, they ain't
whatever?
got shit to do with shit. The
I mean,
problem is
if it
that
That's
wasn't
she
right.
got the
forced,
job. She
if it
got your
wasn't,
whole job. That's
if
the
it was just,
problem.
Okay,
I
but
mean,
I'm
well,
going
what
to
does it
say when
matter
she
though?
dated him for 2 years in the 1990s, she already knew that he had done this thing for other women.
Right.
So
Right.
it's hard
So,
to separate
He
whether
was a
she did
come
it
up.
for love, somebody
Right.
who's like 20, 30 years older than her, or not.
Right.
right. Well, you know what she could do is if she gets too much heat, she could say that it was like a Harvey Weinstein thing and he
Yeah.
forced it.
I don't
He
Yeah.
think
probably
I
got
don't think I don't think that story will necessarily fly, but she could head off a lot of the speculation by
right.
speaking to it.
Oh yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. That's what I think too. Even that the same thing with
Well,
Trump.
it's
Like
just hilarious to me that like I'm deep. I've always like kind of like skipped over diving into certain politicians just because I know there's a lot of media that's going to make you think one way or another. But like, there's like there's so much stuff that Donald Trump was involved in the 70s, 80s, and early
Oh,
90s
both of them. You know
that
what I
he
mean?
still owes people favors and stuff for.
Yeah, that goes
And
for
I'm not
both of
saying
them.
that none of it's got to do with being president, but I'm just saying, like, it's the conflict of interest. I think that's what you all were getting at about,
Yeah,
like, sleeping with your
absolutely.
boss or
Well,
whatever
no,
it
it's
is,
not like
But
you can
that's
sleep
what
with your
power
boss,
is.
right? You can sleep with your boss, but if your boss gets caught, has to publicly retire, and put then he puts the chick that he just got caught with into his position. That's where it gets funny. That's like, you know what I mean? That's
Oh, I
it.
don't think that's how it happened with the DA for Kamala. I don't think that. I think she had to run for election.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
of course, but like you said, he's the influential dude there. He's the one who
Oh
made
yeah,
sure
for
that she
sure.
got elected. You know what I mean? That was the side chick.
Yeah,
So if
He
he's been
also put Gavin Newsom where he is. You know,
right,
right.
right. So
I'm
like
pretty
that's the
sure Gavin
problem. It's
Newsom didn't
like I
sleep
don't
with him to
care.
do it, but
Yeah, fuck who you want. I'm a fan of that. Fuck who you want. It's none of
yeah,
my business too. You know what I mean? But
true.
at the same time, it's like, well, goddamn, like that's like the
Well,
president.
hey, since you say that, Gavin Newsom was fucking his wife's, or no, his campaign manager's wife, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Well, and
what
Is
Arnold
that a true thing in
Schwarzenegger stooped
California?
his nanny, so like everybody does it.
Right.
I'm not
Yeah,
really
it goes
surprised.
down. Hey,
Hey,
one of
but
my
that's like, hey, what if
one of
Bill
my
Clinton
wife's
gave a Monica
clients,
Lewinsky a job after that? After that happened,
right?
you know what I mean? What if it was
Well,
like, oh yeah, Monica Lewinsky gets hired in the White House now? Like, get the fuck
one of
out
my
of here.
wife's clients, which has became her friend, she used to be the nanny, and now she's married to the guy, which is 20 years older than her, and he's a big time builder. And so, I mean, it
Yeah,
just is what it is. It goes down. Shit,
it
my
does.
wife's mom, bro, she cheated on her dad, on her husband, right, with an extremely rich dude. He made her the president of the college when she was just a fucking,
Yeah,
she was just
yeah,
a professor.
right.
And so it just, hey, this world is this world. You know what I mean?
You got
But
yeah,
I do agree that, like, political things that people need to be
yeah. It's
voted
got
in
to be
for,
a
like a
line.
DA, like a district attorney, you have to be voted in.
Yeah,
An
yeah.
attorney general, you know what I'm saying? Now,
There's
an
a
attorney
line.
general, are they voted in or are they put in?
The state
I mean,
attorney
I feel like
general
every
in California is an elected position.
Okay.
it's
Because I was just
supposed to
wondering,
be,
like, say, for instance, when you become
but it's the
president,
election just
you
like all
bring,
the other elections.
Right. It's a statewide office, and everybody in California votes for attorney general.
right, okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if it was like part of an administrational type thing where people could,
Uh-uh.
like a governor can just bring in
She,
his.
yeah, the attorney general represents the state in any lawsuits. Like she represented the
Right.
state of California
Well,
when
no, but no,
when all
though the
those
answer,
attorneys general were suing the banks because of the
yeah,
collapse, the mortgage collapse in 2008. She like
yeah.
told them, no, we're not taking $2 billion, and they ended up getting a settlement of like 6 billion or 7 billion or something.
And but to answer what you're saying, people will back like people who were in office prior would like back them, just like any like politician. How they'd be like, oh well, I'm backing so like Clinton was like, yeah, I'm backing Obama, and shit like that. Like all those, they get backing by all the previous motherfuckers. Like, kind of like a recommendation for the job. Like I recommend. Even though nobody in America got the chance to recommend a new representative. See, and somebody was saying like that was a big play, was to fake, obviously get Biden, keep Biden alive long enough to to make sure that the American people couldn't pick his replacement. You know what I mean? Because once you got so far along in election, according to the rules,
Right, but the
the Democrat,
DNC still hasn't even went on. That's the weird part. Is like
I,
Yeah.
Kamala
yeah,
Harris is not even anything except for the vice president. She hasn't been even selected as
Yep.
the
right.
actual
That's what,
Democratic
bruh.
nominee to
Speech,
run for president.
preach. And the amount
So
of influence that one would have to be able to be pulling this type of shit off. And you know what's so crazy is, as much as I've been disagreeing with Black Lives Matter, I'm in a twilight zone, bro.
hey, at
I've
least Black Lives
disagreed with
Matter
Black,
came out and said this shit wasn't
bruh.
fair.
But not even that though, right? They said this goes against the whole democratic ideology of a democracy by even allowing her to
Right.
even say that she's the candidate when nobody has run any procedures or anything to be able to fucking be like, yeah, we want Kamala. And I had completely have fucking gone against everything Black Lives Matter has said up until like right now. I'm like, well, that's the only thing I've ever agreed with, that out of all the
Hey,
things they've ever
doesn't it
said.
show you that like the politics polarize certain things and make you think that that's all they're about, when maybe in all reality, like, they're an organization that just might believe different than you, but doesn't
Right.
mean that they're, you know what I mean? It just shows,
Yeah.
like, dang, bro, like, sometimes, like, man, all of us got to take a step back, sit the fuck down, and just watch and listen.
Yeah.
Don't even make it an assumption. Don't get no emotions involved, because that's what they want to do. See, this
Mhm.
JD Vance fool, he done fucked himself. I don't even know what the fuck Trump's thinking, because you can't
Well,
get
he,
up
like you
there
said,
and
bro.
talk
Would you
He
like that
say?
picked
about
him when
women,
Biden
bro.
was still running.
Would you
That's what he
tell?
was thinking.
Yeah, but would you tell me
Right.
though, bro?
But I'm just saying,
What
even if Biden
yesterday?
was running, you can't get up there and say that,
Oh, you can if it's Biden, because Biden's such a bad candidate. It kind of doesn't. I think
right,
Trump
but you
did it
can't talk
to
about
show he
women.
could do
You can't,
anything.
but you can't talk about women that don't have children don't have a stake in America. Like, my
Well,
wife
you can
never
grab him
birthed.
by the pussy though, so you know.
That's what I'm saying. See, it's like there's a lot of like, it's getting a little, like, hey, like, that right
Nobody
there,
has any
bro.
manners anymore. God forbid.
J- Um, um, there's a lot of women in
Did you
America.
just open a fucking brew, nigga?
Oh no, I don't even drink beer, man.
No,
Fuck
I'm
that.
just
I
fucking.
drink I
Oh,
drink
thank
Patron.
goodness. I
I
was
drink.
worried there. Thanks for asking.
Oh no, this is a fucking Red Bull. This is worse than a beer.
Oh,
Actually,
Red
it's the
Bull. That's even better.
hey, it's the coconut water one. Woo!
Hey, but
No,
you know what, bro? I'm just fucking with you. I just heard that crack open, like shit. I need a burn, like you.
no.
No, but no. Listen,
I
I
got
think,
two bottles of tequila in there. One of them's just been opened,
and you
but
know,
that's
tequila
usually
is
when
my
people come down
favorite.
to go to the beach.
My favorite as well. I don't think I would drink anything other than tequila. It's been a while. I mean, I might have a little wine from time to time, but no, I think you're right though. I think it's all a play though, because like it goes to show that I was trying to explain to a lot of people, especially recently. It's almost like everybody's very intelligent, and then they're open to new ideas and everything for like 3 years at a time, and then election season comes, right? And then everybody seems like that part of everybody's brain switches the fuck off. Like people who I was talking to with like having deep meaningful conversations with 3 years before this election season are completely retarded now.
Hmm.
Every election season though, you know what I mean? It's almost like a switch
Oh
is
yes,
flipped.
everybody just like forgets everything. That's
Yeah,
they're
forget
like, oh,
everything
let's
that
let's have our
happened.
Munchausen syndrome and our Stockholm syndrome now.
Bro, it kicks in so
Let's let
retarded,
it.
bro.
Like,
Like
God,
literally, I
how
have
do
a
you say
cousin
that
with a
shit?
political science degree, and he was like, "You need to get out and vote." I'm like, as much as you know about politics, brother, and you telling me to go out and vote in a system that he's like, well, the electoral college is just a system. It's not people. I'm like, what do you mean it's not people? There's 18 of them, and they
Yeah.
get picked every fucking election season.
Well, the way that I've read it,
In Ohio, it's 18 at least.
I haven't even really listened to anybody talking about it, but the way that I've read it is that you've got obviously the popular vote,
Right.
populist, and then you've got the electoral college votes.
Facts.
And so the popular vote can help the electoral college
Right.
if they want
Right.
to see, like, this is how the country feels.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we're a republic, so they decide who wins the
Right.
election. That's
And
why
what if I
Trump
were to
beat.
tell
That's why
y'all
Trump beat Hillary. Because
because
Hillary, come on,
because
man, Hillary Clinton beat
here's
Trump,
what
bro, on the
she
happens
did, she
populace.
won a popular vote.
because the electoral college, every vote, like if your state goes for Trump, every single electoral vote from that state, which is the number of representatives plus the number of senators, every vote for that from that state goes for that
It's supposed
candidate,
to.
even if half of the people in that state ended up voting for the other candidate.
Right.
Right.
It's
It
supposed
doesn't
to go.
matter. Those
It
don't those voices are not heard because they just
absolutely.
do it to the state. I think
Well,
there's one state that does it
let me tell you
proportionally.
let me tell you a crazy thing on top of that. There's over 24 states. I can't remember exactly. I know it's over 24. There's over 24 states in our 51 state country that the electoral college can pick whoever the fuck they want to, and nobody can do anything about. The electoral college also picks the swing states. The electoral college, and guess what? If you have a smaller state, you get more electoral votes. So Wyoming has 3 times the voting power as California, and
per
Ohio has,
person per
yes,
person, right?
facts for sure, and Ohio has more than that. So you know what I mean. We have 18 in Ohio, and there's it's crazy how the system works. Like, but like the winner of the election, the previous election, gets to draw the lines on the map, on the whole United States map, that determine where people go to vote. That's why when you register to vote, they say you have to go over here. So even if you live in an all Democratic neighborhood, they can make you go vote in a Republican neighborhood, which essentially will make your vote non-existent. It doesn't even really count anymore, because that where they sent you to go vote at is all Republican, and
It's
you're
like
not
what
gonna
we said.
fucking
It's
and
like
they just
it's
drowned
this
out your vote.
bag. If you go to Chinatown and you go to buy a Louis bag and you notice that it's
You
fake and you
wave people
tell the
don't understand the
person, "Hey,
people
this
that they've
bag's
hired
fake."
for the electoral college. Yeah,
They're going to say, "No, that bag's not fake. That's a real bag. It's a copy of Louis Vuitton." And that's just exactly
right.
what you're talking about. Like, it's real, but it's kind of not real. You know what I mean? Like it's like the vote is
It's a voting
real,
system. Yeah,
but
it's a
like I
voting
don't.
system,
But
but
it's not
does it work? Right.
necessarily real though.
It's
It's
a
Well,
kind of
voting
like
system, but is it effective? It's not.
one of the things that bugs me so much about this kind of conversation, not that it's not important because it
Mhm.
is that the most people, because it's not one person, one vote for the president, everybody focuses on the presidential election and nobody talks about who's running for the representatives, who's running in their
Absolutely.
local or at the state level, which
Right.
those people
exactly.
you actually have better access to anyway. So we
You
get
do.
sidetracked on all this, excuse my French, BS about this
Bullshit.
other stuff, you know. But I think Jason, you were saying about the proportional, like
Yeah.
California, it's like for, because originally the idea was for every 10,000 people in your state,
Right.
you get a
Electoral college
representative.
vote. Yeah.
You get a
Representative.
representative for every 10,000 people. But at a
Right.
certain point, they had to stop. Otherwise, we'd have like 4,000 people in the House of Representatives right now.
Right.
And
Right.
so there's 435 or something like that. And
Right.
that means that a state like Wyoming that doesn't even have enough to really have.
They got more buffaloes than they do people.
That's
Right.
right. And
Right.
so
Shit.
they get one representative, and that one representative
But you know
represents.
what though? But Wyoming's got like fucking the most goddamn money in the whole motherfucking country right there in Jackson Hole.
Why?
Well,
That is
Wyoming has, if
crazy to
you
me.
register your
Wyoming
business out of
Wyoming might
Wyoming
not
to
have the
vote,
people to vote, but
yeah,
they got the money.
everybody's business is registered there.
And in
Ah,
It's
Delaware
yeah,
too.
yep. For
Weird.
some
What's
reason,
up, Mr. B
what
Great?
man, it's a
Hello,
fucking
hello.
wild
How
thing,
y'all
man.
doing?
What up? What up? All right,
Good,
man.
man.
Thanks
How are
for
you?
being there this Fire Music
I'm
Friday.
doing good. Just doing some errands. Just listening to y'all, seeing what's going on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
we're talking
sure,
about
man.
electoral colleges and shit.
Well, because a lot of people don't know, like, see, and I seen what Maven was saying, and I definitely understand that in voting for the other the state level offices
Yeah,
and
bro.
shit.
I
You
know all the
definitely have
people
to do
around
that.
where I live at. Shit, I
But
know
guess
all of
what
them. I
though?
know what they're
No,
running for. I know all of them.
the issue with a lot of it is that if we can't, it's still fucking rigged to a certain degree, because even though there's not like electoral college for those people, the people who pick the electoral college are the people who are in office already. You feel what I'm saying? So all of the senators and the senates that we have picked, you know what I mean? Those people are the people who pick these people,
Yeah,
and a lot of times they be their
your
family
state
members and shit.
legislature, your state
Yeah, a lot of times they
legislature.
be like their family members and shit like that. It don't even be like anybody of any really importance or that does anything. You know what I'm saying? Or even it could just be somebody who just knows. You know what I mean? Like a lot of it is just friends and family, and it's fucking wild how to like how does like your friends and family they get to be part of this 18 group of 18 people. This is for Ohio, for example, to be able to choose who the president is, basically. You know what I mean? But they not even really choosing. They're told who to fucking vote for, and that's why these people are insignificant and nobody wants to acknowledge their existence. They're like, no, the electoral college is just a process. That's why no, it's not. There's actually people who are
Yeah.
part of it. Like there's people who are hired, who are elected, not really elected, selected to do this particular job, and we don't
What
even
used
know
to
who
be
these
the
people are.
legislatures themselves, that used to be the elected officials themselves in some states. In
Yes.
California, they took it out of the hands of the elected officials and they made a citizens commission who did the
Yeah, and
redistricting.
that, yeah, I
Some
don't, yeah,
states are doing that, but a lot of other states are not.
See, and that's something that I didn't know too. Like, thank you for adding that with
yeah. I think that, I mean, I honestly think that's a decent idea. Because of the reason that I think that everything needs to be broke up as much as possible. Like, say for
right.
instance, okay, so you go to log into a website, right? You got to put your password in. Now, do you think your password should be kept right there, or do you think that bitch should be broke up into 3 million different ways to? So when somebody sees it, they're like, "Damn, I have to try 3 million different ways to guess this password." I
Yeah.
just think it makes it a little bit harder for the good old boy corruption to happen. But
Right.
you know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a whole nother setup, a whole nother play.
Nah, nah. Well, see,
I just think too much
I
power in the
understand.
government is just not
Yeah,
good,
but
whatever
like
it
that
may
means
be.
more work. See, I think when it's broken up like that, I don't mind it being broken up like that. But the work that would be involved would take a lot more manpower, I guess, because I mean it would take a lot more people actually giving a fuck to get in there. You know what I'm saying? Like in the fucking and to make the changes and shit fucking happen. You know what I mean? Because if they try to make it convenient for everybody in the United States to be able to, vote for and whatnot, but it doesn't work out right because there's so many different rules. It's like playing chess. Like there's rules to chess, like there's rules to this election shit. Like there's so much bullshit that goes. Like the rules say that Joe Biden and them can draw the lines for where you vote. So like what like how do you even like you would have to completely change all of those rules that's involved in the election on a
So,
federal
so that
level and also
isn't it
on
weird that
a local level. Yeah.
they're just now doing Republican canvassing, but Joe
Yeah.
Biden was the president
Yeah.
in your area?
Yeah.
That's
I know.
weird.
It is
So
weird.
Wait,
Democrats were in control,
Right.
but
They
now all
still
of a
are right
sudden,
now.
for the first time,
Yeah.
there's Republicans coming to your door talking to you about voting.
Never had
right.
it happen.
Well, that's because a lot of times political political parties won't go visit. They won't go door knocking on doors that are not their party usually.
Right. But
Right.
And
that's
people
what
are
that's what made it
they're
weird.
learning they have to take a different tack.
Yeah, that's what made it
Right.
weird, Maven, because I'm in a what you I guess you would call I guess there's a mixer where I'm at because there's a little bit of the industrial side,
Uh-huh.
but that's not far from me. So like I have probably maybe it's probably 50-50. When it was probably 50-50 now. When it was before there was a lot more Biden signs than Trump signs. Now it's probably about 50-50. But they either way, no Republican has canvassed on the southwest side of Canton that I've seen. It's always been a Democrat candidates canvassing
Right,
in
because they're
Canton.
going to go to the doors that are most likely. I mean,
Right,
I campaigned, so I mean, I campaigned to the people that I thought were most likely undecided or were kind of supportive of me.
right,
Right.
absolutely. Yeah. So
The
yeah, that's
people who
why it
I
was
knew for
weird.
sure they weren't going to be coming on my
Yeah.
side. I'm
Or
not
they
going to
weren't gonna
bother spending my time, as that's a lot of
right.
doors to knock.
And that's why I didn't understand why they came to my door because I'm like, damn, that's weird because
They're trying to make you a Republican.
they probably are trying to make me a Republican. They probably like, oh yeah, he's on the fence.
They should have came with some money. Shit.
I know, right?
As
There,
a,
you had a better chance.
And Trump said
they
that
used to
Trump
be able to bribe people.
Yeah, I
You'd
know.
go to
Trump
vote and
said it
they'd
the
give
other
you
night. He
change.
said, "I'm
He
buying
did.
your vote, Wisconsin."
Yeah, he did.
Shit.
He did. He did
I'm
buy their
telling you
vote.
now.
He gave them a $250 million contract to build some boats
But
to
how did
some
he do
ships.
that though?
Exactly. The
He
Who
Republican
claimed
the fuck?
it.
Party. The Republican Party did it. All of his homies. Everybody's like, it's like
But
they.
half the Republicans don't even like Trump.
I know, bro, but they
This shit is
gotta.
so fucking
It
weird,
it
bro.
is,
Make me
bro.
want to walk up and slap the shit out of somebody just for no reason. I'm sorry,
Boy,
y'all. I'm not a violent person, but I just want to go somewhere and the first person I see with a motherfucking vote for whoever shirt on, bow. Nah, but I mean, it's confusing and it's annoying as fuck.
Well,
yeah.
the other thing is that there's no federal, except for financing, there's no federal regulations on elections. Elections are actually governed by state legislature, the state's laws.
Mm-hmm.
So every state has their own rules for
Right. Absolutely.
whether it's president or anything else. They have their own
Right.
rules of
How they run it.
That's crazy, man.
So
So
then we all get confused because
yeah,
really the thing you need to pay attention to is in your own state because there's only one federal office everybody votes for.
right.
Right.
Okay, so that's a good point. So then when somebody says the election was rigged, it might be rigged in one state, but the next state it might not necessarily be rigged.
If you say the
rigged.
presidential election is rigged, you could say the presidential election been rigged since the Constitution was
Exactly.
written.
Been rigged since it was getting rigged. Goddamn.
Well, I mean, it's not. I guess it's not necessarily the election. It's the rules behind it. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
how they play the game is what makes it
Well,
unfair.
and it's
You know what I'm
also
saying?
all the, like we say, all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many things involved with it. It's like, what
'Cause you
part
could
was
play
rigged?
Monopoly, right? You could play Monopoly, right? But then you can just play Monopoly and not abide by any of the fucking rules. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like
Yeah.
you could play it however the fuck you wanted to. That's how they play it. They play it however the fuck they want to. But they tell us these are the rules, but they're not following any of these fucking rules. You know what I mean? Because there's loopholes to every single rule. And that's why
Mhm.
Obama made propaganda available. Now they're over. They can flat out lie and call you Hitler. They can call you Hitler.
But still have Jews support you.
And then, but that used to come on, man. Crazy shit. Fire Music Friday. Unpopular opinion is what you hear playing right now because we got some unpopular fucking opinions. Yeah. Yeah.
Logos on the track.
Said I never paid attention to the popular. I had to move like a nigga with binoculars. Foresight to bring forth light. In the playpen we played in. I was working.
Oh, hold up. Yep, still undefeated.
Like a slave then, to reality caved in. And when it all falls down, it's a song that gets played when you hit the pavement. Have to chasing something basic. Now we praying that heaven gates will just open up. The valley filling with rain and we ain't light enough to float. Only these goats have boats.
Hey, after this song, bro, remind me to tell you about the grounding sheets I bought.
So we always walk the plank. Just to be on board, we'll sacrifice what we really think. I'd rather sink the ship though. Let these haters fucking drown in my infinite pen strokes. This nympho is artful.
out of our thorns. And it's about time I parkour back to my shore, cause I've been riding this way for so long. I can't remember what it's like to go home, and all the demons that we fight just to get to this height. To watch it all fall down is like a cycle that's gone wrong. Got me holding on to life like a bong rip, chest feeling like a furnace every moment I hold bliss. The fear is letting go to chase a high that you won't get from everyday addictions in a world full of dope kids. My word is on point, so you know that I don't miss. And it ain't every day you get a chance to reflect this. And I be on my balance trying to find where a God fits. You can see the challenge that I face when I write shit like this. The average human ain't accustomed, yeah, to how I choose to love them. So for you to not enjoy it is something that's really nothing, cause karma comes back around on everybody who front. And faith is full of doubt, cause if you know, then what the fuck is believing about?
Yes, faith is full of doubt. So if you know, what the fuck is believing about? Ah!
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a great fucking. I always stop it right there on that statement. It's true though. So it's like, what is faith? Because if you already know, then what the fuck is believing in something about? I guess you got to continue to believe in things, but you know, y'all get where we're going with that. But bro, check it out. So my wife comes home and she's like, Diane, you know, the one that used to own the. I'm like, yeah, I know her. She's like, you know, the husband that. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I know. But she's like, she bought these grounding sheets, and she said, we need to watch this documentary. And so I bought these, bro. These motherfucking sheets are lined with silver and like real cotton, not slave or American slave cotton, but some different kind of cotton. Not no. Some different kind of cotton, and and I think like some other shit. But anyway, so you got this little wire that you kind of clip in on the side of it, and then you plug it into the, you know, on your plugs and your, the fuck are they called? The sockets, the light sockets, where you plug in shit. Yeah. The little circle on the bottom, the grounding port or whatever you want to call it, the hole. Yeah. You just plug it into that circle. That's the ground. Right. And so that, like everybody's house or apartment or condo or whatever the fuck you live in, your shit's grounded to the earth. Like they take a fucking wire and ground you. You know what I mean? So anyway, you plug it into that, and it's just like you're outside grounding, like you're outside walking with no shoes, and you get the ions, you know, and from the earth or whatever. And so basically, like the science behind it is that the more that you're kind of plugged into the source of that type of energy, which would be the earth, you live longer. So I'll let y'all know how that goes.
So maybe I'll probably be dead because I don't think I'll be trying it. It's kind of a hard experiment to do, right?
Yeah, we're gonna see how it goes.
Like, so there's a way to be inside, but you're still touching grass. Is that what's going on here?
Yes.
You don't even have to go outside anymore.
100%. And you ain't. Hold up. Better than that, though. Better than that, you don't even have to get out of the fucking bed.
Oh, God damn it!
You could be laying in the bed on the computer, tablet, or phone, or smart TV, whatever you use to do internet shit. I touch grass, bitch, and then take a picture of your bed. There I am.
Dude, if I'm in bed, I'm not on an electronic device. I'm going to be on somebody. Yeah.
I feel that.
I don't know if you're gonna be. You might not want to. Don't plug that shit up during that time though. Nah. Because you know a lot of friction going on. Some shit might fuck around and fuck that goddamn shit up. That goddamn house will blow up.
I got boundaries.
You got safe words. You know, I got safe words. Yeah.
That's funny.
You know what? There was an old dude. I read about that shit. Sorry, you can start this song, but I just want to say there was an old man who said he was trying to figure out how to do that, how how to be grounded in his bed, and because he was having back problems, and he did some shit like that. He put copper, and he got it. He put it all the way
Yeah, I
outside.
was going to talk about that, but fuck you. You go
Yeah.
ahead and say it.
Oh my bad. Yeah, he put it all.
No,
Yeah, he
you
took
got it.
some copper wire. He put it all the way inside. Then he wired up like his
Mm-hmm.
fucking mattress with it, and fucking he sleeps on it, and he feels great every time he.
Well, you could,
sleeps.
or you could do that. You could do that just to to the house too. So if your
Yeah,
house isn't grounded, or if you like don't think it's a good ground or whatever the fuck, you can do that type of shit too. SOTOV from the album LP 1512. This is Death to Strangers.
I'm giving you all of my love, so you can visualize all of my pain. I scorch you with all of this fire, just to grow you with all of my rain. I'm giving you what I embody, cause what I embody is part of you too. But you must have forgot, somewhere down your whole road line, the program took over your truth. And this is why I came, to leave my legacy in flames.
Oh, what up, Lunar Lena? Shit.
So pick up a torch, carry me forth, and let my light create the way. It's been too long playing slave. If I free this down, can we behave? Other than that of a creature that's trained. You wanna tame God, then capture his brain. Listen, a bird born to the cage thinks flying is ill. Yet, they don't wanna catch this cold. So, now they're alone, cause the coop was flown. When that roof got blown, I shed the skin till the truth gets shown.
All original music, find it on thinkhighcrew.com.
To that 10th gate open and we see that throne in the
All original.
And see the path that we stumble on is made of self-hate. But if we valued each other over our different ways, instead of killing the strangers with hopes of better days, we would live forever instead of living for the grave. So show me your word.
This is what we the people need to be saying to these politicians. Show me your worth.
What you bring in earth? Do you ever show love for the things that you hate? Do you ever show patience for the things that can wait? Man, show me your worth. Yeah, show me your worth. What you bring in earth? Do you ever give something that you can't get back? And you ever see the truth then lie about the fact? Man, show me your worth. Yeah, what you bring in earth? Will it save and protect, or will it get paid and neglect the rest? Or do you preserve and respect what's left? Man, show me your worth. Yeah, show me your worth. Too many souls walk around here front. You can have all that money and still have nothing. All of my small motherfuckers show me something.
Yeah. Fuck the Messiah, fuck the Messiah. Cause me, I know the Most High, and I know where that infinite dwell. So why would I go outside of myself and lie to myself?
Fire and light, all of inside of myself.
Yes,
I am God.
They wanna separate everything great. Tell me to wait on a savior in space. Meanwhile, our people are dying and they
Tell me to wait on the savior in space.
just replying, it's coming, just wait. The fuck do you think? I mean, really just think. Languages play DOS to the brain, so everything spoken is framed by shape. You can give knowledge to a man, but you can't make him think. I am just bridging the bird and the snake. Further my verses get under the surface, the more I reveal what is under my face. I am indeed multi-dimensional, human supreme. More you connect with the words that I speak, just know I reside in the spaces between. So fuck your Messiah, fuck your Messiah. Cause me,
I know the Most High, and I know where that infinite dwells.
So why would I go outside of myself and lie to myself?
Fire and light,
all up inside of myself. Yes, I am God.
So show me your word. What you bring in earth? Do you ever show love for the things that you hate? Do you ever show patience for the things that can wait? Man,
imagine performing this song in a fucking Southern Baptist church on a Sunday.
show me your word. Yeah, show me your word. What you bring in earth? Do you ever give something that you can't get?
Bruh, you get fucked up in there. Them motherfuckers be like, stone him! Boom! Oh my God. You get hit in the head with a goddamn guitar, all kind of shit, bro. If you was in a Pentecostal church, they'd throw snakes on your ass. And force you to drink that goddamn strychnine. My mom used to go to one of them churches. I know they're real.
Yeah, what you bring in earth? Will it save and protect?
Woo! Fire Music Friday, bitch! Can't handle it? Take your motherfucking ass out the kitchen. It's getting hot around this motherfucker. You know, so I gotta cool it off. I had to heat it. I gotta cool it off.
Nothing left but every question. Yeah. What up, Joe? Good high. Good high. Her presence is effervescent. Gotta love the realness. Nothing left but our every question. And answers roll with every beat of sweat. I fill her in, multiple choice on the test. I put my heart on the table, but has she seen it yet? If Cupid's real, tell Cupid chill, I'm a seasoned vet. Come correct, it's obvious.
This is to be or not to be. SOTOB. I rhymed it. I killed it. Boom, mic drop.
No hands on face, but when she touch it, it's all stage. I'm like, oh wait, that mouth of yours sure makes for a strong case. Ain't no debating it, how you control my simple thoughts. My self-position so devilish, but it's heaven sent to make your dreams come true. Every seed gon' bloom, I planted love, we gon' reap that too. I just wanna feel you, not to fake the real you. Baby, tell me what it's gon' be. Open up your heart, I knew it from the start that you were supposed to ride with me.
Growing my hair back out and shit. Shit getting long, man. Told y'all I was gonna do it. I'm doing it. I almost said I ain't gonna do it, bro. But then I told y'all I was gonna do it. And I was like, you know what? It ain't gonna be hot for only a couple more, a little bit longer. I'm growing my shit out again, but I'm gonna look like that damn coke dealer again. What?
Touching anything is touching heaven. What a blessing to see shit from an eye perspective. Highly perceptive. I feel the move that I
fucked around, had a game show host haircut for a minute, growing out from growing from like how it was cut until how it is now. I had to go through that little game show host era, but I'm done with that, and I'm on the coke dealer now.
And if you like it rough, I can hold your neck. Tell me if it hurts, I don't mean no threat unless I'm killing that kitty. Her curiosity's pretty, let me show you my soul. I happen to have it with me, cause I just wanna feel you, not to fake the real you. Baby, tell me what
game show host, news anchor, you know, all them types of haircuts.
You were supposed to ride with me, cause she fucking love how a nigga get down. Show me all this love every time I come around. I just want the real you, baby, let me feel you. I can show you what it's gonna be.
Hey, but you know what though, man? For real, I'm not even joking. I've been telling my wife, I was like, look, I want you to give me a goddamn mullet. And she's like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm like, no, I'm for real now. Because I've seen some people get some pretty nice mullets, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm thinking about getting a mullet. If I just gotta grow my hair out a little more. She'll cut it too. She'll give me a motherfucking mullet. I might wear that motherfucker for one day. Who knows?
Mattress cause they sleeping on me. Shit, a nigga live his life like the Ripper on me. If you know the hustle, then you recognize the secret when you see it. Turning dirty money to the cleanest European. So I put $1 million in the mattress cause they sleeping on me. Shit, a nigga live his life like the Reaper on me. If you know the hustle, then you recognize the secret when you see it. Money so dirty, we eating off the ceiling.
I test the wind with my cigarette. How many O's can a nigga get? How many hoes can a nigga wet? I'm in too deep, like God, it ain't no turning back. 550 for the half, nigga. Yeah, 1050 for the whole thing. All I know is 10 P's to change the nigga life when he playing with the dope game. I'm rolling dice with the bones of the deceased. The master of my world, I control it in my sleep. Lucidity, it's like a fucking dream inside a dream. This is all organic, no machine. Organic even when I grow my weed.
Yeah.
This is for them nights we ain't sleep. This is for them nights we ain't eat. This $1 trillion grip to the teeth. I leave these hoes soaking in they seat.
Put $1 million in the mattress cause they sleeping on me. Shit, a nigga live his life like the Reaper on me. If you know the hustle, then you recognize the secret when you see it. Turning dirty money to the cleanest European. So I put $1 million in the mattress cause they sleeping on me. Shit, a nigga live his life like the Reaper on me. If you know the hustle, then you recognize the secret when you see it. Money.
If you know the hustle, you recognize.
It's so dirty, we eating off the ceiling.
Keep the backing out your vision, watch it pile up. Plant some
seeds, watch them grow, chop the trees down. Bag pounds, move bags, moolah coming ASAP. Sotov, SHT, put your pride aside. Mindset real aggressive, actions even more vindictive. Ran the streets like grandpops, ran numbers.
Hey.
Tax free dollars, gotta keep it coming.
Okay.
No question. Remember nights, the stove kept the crib heated up. No hot water, we boiled water, filled the sink up. They like me out the way, sending kites to the crib. Give them conversations, watch me separate the difference. I know some niggas moving grass like lawn service. Trying to run these numbers up till the end of time. Man on fire, Denzel, bring the vengeance with me. Black and crew juice, we all bishop, keep the steel with us, no panic. We all pressure, hey.
Put a milli in the mattress cause they sleeping on me. Shit, a nigga live his life like the Reaper on me. If you know the hustle, then you recognize the secret when you
Man, you know what I'm about to do, bro? I'm about to go from street to fucking Anunnaki brain. Who like what rapper can do that, bro? Like what? I'm just saying, like what rapper out here is doing? Man,
from the streets to outer space.
right? Just like that.
Like 212, my eye popped. 10th gate,
That purple rain.
Purple cushion, my eye drops.
That feminine all in my brain.
I've been zoned in since eyes out. Now I'm mapping out Zion. Yeah. Found the key to my Stargate. Now that brain connect on my neurons. Brain connect to any origin field and take shape the planet I'm here on. Me no babble in Babylon. Don't get trapped in Massillon. They got stone witches, 5 stars, throwing mind control, throwing hexagons. Me no trap when the pen is on. I tesseract, break Solomon. I wrote this here for the talisman. My alchemy, break prisons down. That frequency is precision. Finally, I made the incision. I'm ripping the essence up out of this prison to visit them higher dimensions. Yeah, I'm ripping the essence up out of this prison to visit them higher dimensions with my
Anunnaki brain, humanoid body incarnated through the splice they can't.
You know, that almost sounds like adrenochrome or some shit. I'm not saying that's what he's talking about, but the concept of it, I'm ripping the essence up out of this so I can go to a higher level.
Ripping the essence up out of this prison to visit the higher dimensions. Yeah.
Right. Think about it, like when they talk about adrenochrome and stuff, like it's like they got to get it from a baby and they got to put the baby through a stressful situation. And then the adrenaline and all this is like, it's like, damn, bro, like what if there's some real higher meaning to all that shit like that? Because all you're doing is abstracting something from this to take it up somewhere else.
Right. It's just made natural ways and extreme ways of doing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To bring the light in with my Anunnaki brain, humanoid.
I know that was weird as fuck. Everybody's gonna be like, what the fuck? But I mean, there's a behind meaning to all this shit. You know, it's not just about like adrenochrome and like getting the feeling from a baby. Like, I don't know if that's really what it is. It's just that's the way they know how to do that. If that's real, then that's the way they know how to get that to make, and then they take that and it makes them feel a certain way. And there's other ways that you could do that with heroin, probably. You could do that with Patron, or you could do that with meditation. You know what I mean?
Now I'm trapped in this pentagram. Firewall in my pyramid. My Merkaba is on expand. I'm gathering all of this energy, deciphering all of this imagery. Connect my heart with the eye of my mind. Now I travel my spine with lucidity. And you're slaves of dead white men, and they're slaves of an alien race. And they gave you a God, amen. And now you waiting on the Savior's grace. And when the truth unfolds and the blindfold folds and the veil falls over your face.
That part. When the truth unfolds and the something, the fuck you say right? The truth unfolds in the when the truth unfolds and something falls, the veil falls off of your face.
And the veil falls off of your face. Yeah. The truth
Yeah.
unfolds and the blindfold falls and the veil falls off of your face.
bro. Look,
Because they got us
yeah,
blindfolded and veiled. They got like 3 different layers, bro. You
and
break out of
some
one layer and there's another
right.
layer.
It's
Yeah.
some people when it finally comes down and they see for things for what it is. Like some people just can't handle it.
Mm-mm.
You know, like that movie, A Few Good Men. Motherfucker said, "You can't handle the truth, bro." It's like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
people want to know so bad, but then when they finally find out, some people damn near go crazy or do go crazy,
They
and
do.
then they're more susceptible to join cults and all kind of crazy
It's a
shit. And then,
balance you gotta have, you know.
yeah, man.
That's where all of this bullshit come from. And these Zionists, they even come from Frankists. Those Frankists come from these, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, so it was always a motherfucker that was like, "I'm the Messiah, follow me," and then niggas was so woke that they believed it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they dealt with the other side of the extreme. They dealt in extreme poverty because of greedy ass king and seeing that there ain't
Hmm.
no heaven on fucking earth. And then they got this dude that's like, "Look at me, I can fucking show you how." And that's what fucking happens every time. Then they go
Right.
so
I can show
it's
you
good at
utopia.
first. Yeah, it's good at first because the motherfuckers become a better person on the inside, but then there becomes an extreme to it because then y'all start
Hmm.
sacrificing babies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you really look weird, you
Right.
know?
Yeah. Fucking sodomizing each
Right.
other and shit.
I'm disappearing, reappear,
Start
see now in the
floating and
trap house
shit.
of motherfucking outer space. Fire in the water.
Bro, how is sodomy illegal? Like literally gay marriage. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, man, gay marriage is legal, bro.
Yeah.
How is sodomy illegal?
Because states get to make their own fucking laws.
What is this world? We're on a floating rock, people, and some people say it's illegal to do sodomy, and some others say it's legal to get married to somebody. How the fuck you gonna have sex,
Shit.
man?
No avatar.
Go
Hey, watch
across the
out, I
ocean,
make
they
the
bury
Goku
him
out
for
of
you.
your Sephiroth. What you imagine can actually happen, like puffin' magic dragons in an Aspen on the slopes of Aspen, laughing with my Anunnaki brain. Humanoid body incarnated through the splice. It came a being to bring the light in with my Anunnaki brain.
Whew, boy.
And out of the good book of the Heinerman's Encyclopedia of Fruits and Vegetables, if you are dealing with headaches, please turn to things like bananas, basil, black and green teas, chamomile chives, melons,
YouTube's
sweet
taking us down.
glory, pecans, peppermint, persimmon, pumpkin, sesame, squash, thyme, and valerian.
Valerian
Valerian.
Yeah, and watercress.
and you said persimmon?
Yup, persimmon. Persimmon.
Interesting.
Also, if you have a headache, drink some water.
That too.
Most
More than
likely,
likely,
most likely cause of a headache
yeah.
is dehydration.
Or maybe YouTube will keep us up if I say, or take some Tylenol.
Take some drugs as you play with some drugs. That SOTOV. This guy's
False education by manipulation. Vividly from my perspective, I see time is vacant. Or is it from your perspective? I am out of space discussing possibilities with entities in a higher race.
Ha! That got you right there. If you're a rapper, you got to step your game up right now if you heard that part.
I dying, I was brought back through time and space. I tried flying, I was brought back to that human race. Brought back to that night and day, worst time zones. Mind's blown, you ain't sitting in my zone, cause we stay tripping off them trichomes. If I pull up, they know I'm on, I'm in my triple threat. My soul is like a window tinted, they can't see me yet. I am on my 3013, trying to spread that love, trying to unify that consciousness. But they say it's from the rock.
Said it was the rock. You know it was the rock. They'll blame it on the rock. They'll say it was the rock. You know it was the rock. They'll blame it on the rock. This is reefer madness, we broke through that gateway. This shit feel like purgatory, we somewhere in deep space. Pill popping animal, Ciroc sipping nigga, fucking zombie in the mirror, snapping Instagram pictures. Where's Molly? Never met her, but I'm trying to get familiar. All I heard was good things, all my niggas hit her. I ain't trying to fall in love. Me and Mary Jane been kicking this since pimpin' been pimpin'. She still pushes my limits, I'm feeling as if I'm different. We all know I'm that same nigga, fighting the addiction, biting into your prescriptions. Fight getting for dinner and it's doing what it does. The same people that think I'm crazy will praise me when I tell them it was the said it was the
Hey, and coming to the stage, also known as the undefeated best rapper alive, Jason Curtis of SOTOV.
no yellow, I will never die. Life is immortal, is a different high. The view from where I'm sitting got them pissed off, wishing to envision my simplest comprehension. See, this love is all I know, got me shifting through dimensions. Tell me you don't get high, I say the drugs have been chicken. Poison in your prescriptions, venomous politicians. Numerous contradictions, am I pimping or am I living? Damn, I'm tripping. Man, I gotta be insane. If sanity was an option, then I wouldn't have a brain. Destruction is why I came to live it through this cocaine. So when the shit goes up in flames, they'll have something they can blame. It was the
their God died. You see? And this is also a plot on them. These are our humans. And I say we all belong to each other. But our smartest people watch their greatest dream of finding an external God die. They've become death, destroyer of worlds.
Yo, most these guys want Hollywood, all I want is that real shit. I put the game on silent mode, so all I see is that real shit. I'm full circle, all degrees, full spectrum. All I need is a womb and a full moon, full bloom. I run right through that sunlight to the realm of the unbegotten. No light, like everything came from black. This is the alchemy, now you can see it. I brought it up out of me. Now you can feel it, my vibrationality. Taurus and Scorpio, Venus and Mars. I am the voice of the galaxy. I speak and create my reality. I am on fire, that water is burning inside of my eye. Everything audibly turning inside of my mind, converted to time. Now you can see how I see it. I know that seeing is believing. Soon as I made the incision inside of myself, made a decision to fly. Open your mind. All they gon' say is I'm tripping by how I deliver vibrational light. All they gon' say is I'm missing by how I position these thoughts in my mind. All they gon' say is I'm missing by how I be saying I never could die. All they gon' say is I'm tripping, now watch how I light up the earth with my eye.
Because they are in the box. See, this is what happens with religion. And when you take on religious structures, religion is designed to make the person predictable. To make the person so that when something occurs, they already know what 80% of the people are going to do. They're not going to do nothing. They're not going to kill nothing and let nothing die. They're not going to even protect their own. They're in this.
He said 80%, and 84% of the world is religious.
They're going to stick their heads into the sand. That's what it teaches them to do in the book. They're just going to turn the other cheek. So we got that. See, that's how they think.
I feel them in the zone, can you roll back? Time zones can't unfold that. Feeling my spine right tied to my mind. The light laid lines along a towpath. Now I'm feeling so good that it's so bad. I tried dying once, but I came back. These infinite minds creating infinite times. I start trekking like a nomad. Now it's looking like glyphs on my notepad. Feelings that I never knew I had. Coming from this vision, the alternated dimension said he's stacking up this wisdom for this long path. Now I'm feeling alright when I'm up all night trying to work out this lost math. Reroute my star map, elevated thoughts, but I'm feeling like a psychopath. Now tell me where all my psychos at, the ones that are ready to fight them back. Take back the lies, break the trance, reveal the truth to the youth so they stand a chance. Now I know there's a lot that I don't understand, but the least they can say is that I gave a damn, and I made a plan. Uplift every single woman and man to where they understand. There's a God inside waiting to take command. Breaking down this goddamn, I said breaking down that goddamn. I know that you can feel it, I can feel it in me. It's that burning feeling of wanting to be free, wanting to be supreme. SOTOV, I am. Truth to the youth, so they stand a chance, and I'm gone.
This is just not the time for you to listen to some deep information, maybe smoke a spliff or something, and then chill out on it before you go to work on Monday. This is about getting you out of the matrix. This is about taking you to an entirely different scope of your existence so you can really assist those that are around you. This is about clearing up your biorhythm, your lineage, because of the situation that I'm about to explain. You'll see that everyone is lost.
Yeah, Draconian's right in the 6. I'm the dog who's holding the 9. Surprised to see the Supremes. We dissolve in the fabric of time. 241. Evolution has started, creation is done. All that is left is to waken the mass. Your world is on fire, minds will rise from the ash. When a million wake up, when a milli wake up, the American dream will no longer be for the travels ahead. Need no man to sleep. The story before was shackles and sheep, revealing thyself through the shallow and deep. Reaching for heaven, I'm too dumb to see. I was reaching for something that lies within me. To say that I'm great is something these niggas hate. I say I'm God and they can never relate. I mean, it's not that I'm better, I just know what I ain't. And the perception of yourself, my nigga, never equates. That's cause perception itself has been altered and changed. Just for example, you don't see that you're slaves. You believe you are free cause you don't see any change. But ever since birth, they've been caging our brain. But I got them keys, no more bars for the
Hey,
game.
I got an interesting, crazy.
I'm just trying to make it out to Cali.
You may not have
What's
known
up?
this. There's a spider in Australia called the Australian roaming spider that a bite from it will make you have an erection for 4 hours, and that's the only side effect.
So where'd Viagra come from?
I have no idea. And you know what? It just made me laugh.
Well, Viagra is supposed to work for around 4 hours or some shit.
Right.
That's just
Right, but
too
listen,
goddamn coincidental.
I found out on the Shay Shay's fucking podcast, because you know I'll be watching other people's podcasts, taking notes and shit. But it just made me laugh.
Stealing ideas and
You know,
shit.
yeah, absolutely. But you know, Ocho Cinco had some of that venom on deck.
Oh yeah?
Yes,
The football player?
Yeah, so I'm like, so wait. When you have enough money,
You don't have to do
natural
Viagra.
remedy for everything. Yeah, because the venom doesn't have that's the side effect.
Right, that
is
shit
the
just
bump.
wears off.
Yes,
That's it.
it's not. It doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, that is the side of it. That's the bad part.
Right.
That's the bad part of it. It's like, well, is it dangerous? Well, it's gonna give you an erection for 4 hours. Other than that, nothing. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker's like, well, shit. I mean, nah, I don't want to fuck with that.
So wait, there's
You know what I mean?
there's a venom, there's a plant, there's a fruit, there's a vegetable, there's something naturally produced by an animal or a plant on this earth that can cure any problem that we have. We just don't have enough money to get this shit.
Or it's made, or right, and in all reality, it's probably like it would probably be able to be available to everyone, but it's so much easier for a pharmaceutical company to put it in a pill. You know what I'm saying?
And then put a whole bunch of other shit with it that's gonna give you like Viagra. If you go like you can lose your eyesight.
That's crazy, bro.
How? And if you have an erection lasting longer than 4 hours, go to the doctor immediately. Because you know what happens when a male has an erection, all of our
the first time I heard, when I was a teenager or whatever, when this shit came out, and the first time I heard that part, I was like, I ain't never taking that shit. When that motherfucker said, look, bro, I don't give a fuck. Y'all motherfuckers might think I'm lying, but look, when I heard that shit, I said, what? If it lasts longer than 4 hours, go to the hospital. Nah, I ain't taking that shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'll go get me some goddamn spider venom.
Blindness? Like, yeah, like blindness? Like if I'm
for how long? Forever?
Yeah.
God damn, bro.
It's completely normal to lose sight in your right eye.
Yeah. Side effects, maybe. Motherfucker, you say that shit loud, it's over with.
A whole spider in Australia that'll do it for you for it. But that is a side effect. Like, God,
man,
we've been scammed.
That's crazy, bro. I mean, if you really think about it, If you really, really, really think about it. Damn. And how do you, who found that out? Who was like, oh shit, I got bit by that spider. What happened? Oh, nothing, but I had a hard dick for fucking 4 hours. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's no big deal.
No, they had to have had studies on this shit, bro. Because how the hell does this motherfucker Ocho Cinco says, oh, I got some of that shit. And then you know, Shannon Sharp's like, what? You got some? He's like, yeah, I got some in the fridge right here. He said you just spray a little bit on your tip and it can get you for like 2 hours. This nigga Shannon Sharp said, no, I need the whole 4. He said, so what, you want to try to find you a spider? You want the spider to bite you?
Wow. Hell no, man. Come on now. Wow.
That shit had me crying, bro. It was in tears. Like, these niggas are wild. But the fact that, see, and then it made me think, like, the fact that something like that exists and nobody knows.
Right.
Shorty, I've been waiting, and I'm losing patience.
Think about it. I've been waiting because I got the spider and it bit me and I got 4 hours. And then you need to come on, hurry up, because I got 4 hours.
Australian Roman spider. I had to double check that shit.
You know how much I paid for this spider? You know what I mean? So like, come on, we got 4 hours, goddamn it, let's go. Let's go.
I just wanna taste it. Come and sit it on my face like, ooh, you soaking, now what you gon' do? Baby, I got a question for you. You gon' let me fuck or what? Yeah, shit, I'm tired of playing games. I just wanna fuck it up. Yeah, I've been with it all day. You gon' let me fuck or what? Yeah, shit, I'm tryna make a wave. Dive deep, let me put it in a grave. Go to sleep and repeat when you wake, girl. You gon' let me fuck? It's the way you move slowly, the way your body fit on me. Baby, feeling holy, yeah. Treat me like you're missing my touch every time you move up on me. Oh, I can't deny this energy. Put it all on me. Call me to the gates when you're pulling up. Staring at your face like you're getting up. Got a grip on me, holding tight and you won't let go. Hands on your waist, baby, take it slow. Tell you that I'll always keep you close. Baby, you know she got me, keep me up, yeah, every night. You gon' let me fuck or what? Yeah, shit, I'm tired of playing games. I just wanna fuck it up. Yeah, I've been with it all day. You gon' let me fuck or what? Yeah, shit, I'm tryna make a wave. Dive deep, let me put it in a grave. Go to sleep and repeat when you wake, girl. You gon' let me fuck or what? Yeah, shit, I'm tired of playing games. I just wanna fuck it up. Yeah, I've been with it all day. You gon' let me fuck or what? Yeah, shit, I'm tryna make a wave. Dive deep, let me put it in a grave. Go to sleep and repeat when you wake, girl. You gon' let me fuck?
We locked up R. Kelly for fucking young girls. Not much of a challenge, mature I prefer. Boiler room fucking hot water pressure. Pull out the plunger, I'm ready to work. Call me Super Mario, I'm a plumber. I toss your salad for my own pleasure. She over 30, she running rougher. Squirt so much she fill up a whole pitcher. Running like Usain Bolt or a river. Sit on it, spit on it, just to be sure. I'm Michael Jackson and this is Thriller. Just resurrected, erection killed her. Body count, I feel like Jeffrey Dahmer. Used to be friends, David Schwimmer. Now we just bang, like popping balloons. Rain coming down like southwestern monsoons.
Oh my gosh. And if you need some help in that department, there's aphrodisiacs like chocolate, all kiwi, bunch of different fruits and vegetables for that. I was just looking at that shit too.
Man. Just think about that though, bro. Like, you go to fucking, you're like, you call up some kind of crazy, like, I don't know, I guess you just go to a doctor and you're like, hey, I need to get a spider from Australia. Like, who do you go see about that? Is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Listen,
like, who do you? Is there a guy? Is there like a guy for that?
Listen, yeah, well, that's what Ocho made it seem like. He was like, I got a guy named, he called that nigga Tutu or some shit. He's like, I know a dude named Tutu in South America that'll get it for you. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, right? He was just saying, like, he was so serious though.
Right.
he was not like he wasn't playing, he wasn't joking. You know what I mean? He was literally like, "Oh yeah, I got you."
No, yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean, I've heard of all kind of shit, like just random shit. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
never a spider from Australia that was
Me
going.
neither, bro. And you got to think that's what everything that's normally invented is just like almost like a copy of fucking nature. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like 9 times out of 10, you know what I mean? Like that shit exists because they've been knew about this spider and they've been making shit with its venom for how long, but then they just or not even that because once you understand how spider venom
Well,
works,
what
they
if
can
you were just able to
synthesize
take
it.
the venom and then just like literally
Yeah,
just replicate it?
yeah, synthesize it.
Right.
Now auto tune it. That's what I call it. They took a nigga voice and auto tuned that spider's whole
Hmm.
purpose. And that spider's whole purpose on Earth was to help motherfuckers with erectile dysfunction, and
Right.
they marketed the. You know what I mean? That's why I think that there's a cure like that all over for like cancer for everything. You know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah. I
Like
mean,
it's
if you
just
really look into
yeah,
all of it, like, you know what I'm saying, like, one way or another, just about everything that we um, have a cure or not a cure, but like that covers symptoms that helps you get through things. It's all plant based
yeah,
or from an animal.
yeah, yep,
You know what I mean? Like, there's a
yeah.
lot of shit that comes from.
Because they've
Um,
been studying reptiles and how they can regrow limbs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
Hey, have you heard about that stuff that you can take and you just grow fucking teeth?
teeth, yeah, bruh. You grow
What the?
fucking teeth, yes, bro. Bro, there was a dude who was growing teeth sonically like that. Like it was like treatments you had to go in, and he was pumping a certain frequency into your mouth, bro. That was fucking people growing people's teeth. And then now they have an actual fucking like you said like a what was it like a pill or something wasn't it
I think it's a. I think it's pills. I'm not sure, but
something I can't remember what it was it's
and
something
I
that
mean,
you
I don't think it's. I don't know if it's like all like completely available yet to
right
everybody, but it's a real thing. I know that. I don't know
yeah
if they're like still doing like trials or some
right
shit, but like I know they're in close enough phase to where they're either going to do their own IPO, like they'll be on the stock market, or they're going to sell to some company. Because I've been keeping up with the shit. Because I know somebody that fucking invested in something like that, and it's not that one though. So the dude's all pissed off. He's like, "Man, I put the money in the wrong one."
yeah that's just crazy bro like and people don't it's hard to get somebody to believe that there's some shit like that exists man because the average person
Well,
doesn't even
yeah,
have the health care to be able to
and
afford some shit like
we're
this.
meant to think that everything's created in a fucking lab, and it's
Hmm.
so obtainable or unobtainable unless you're rich.
It's rare, right? They make everything seem rare. We talked about that
Like
with
gold ain't even rare at all.
right.
How the fuck was there a gold rush in America? There's gold all over the goddamn world, but there's not much of it.
There's not. Nope. It's rare as fuck. It's rare as hell. No. So is silver. So is oil. All I think, nigga, there's some. Oh, on the other side of the ice walls, this shit is abundant as hell.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what I think. I think oil just runs through whatever's going on. I don't know. Whatever the fuck. Call me a conspiracy theorist. But that's what the fuck I believe. This shit's some bullshit.
Well, why can you go in your backyard and tap into water by drilling down into the ground, but not tap into anything else? So we're really supposed to believe that the only thing below us that we need is water,
Right.
because everybody, just about everybody, especially in my area, like in this area of the world, everybody can go in their backyard. You might have to drill down pretty deep, but you might be able to even do a shallow well.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I mean, most people that I know are on well water instead of city water or whatever,
Yeah.
just because. And I know it might sound like it's be easy because I'm on an island, but no, that ain't it. It's fresh water. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they want you to think that you need to tap into city water. When in all fucking
It's
reality, you could go in your goddamn backyard, drill a fucking well, run a motherfucking pump right there, bro. Have a goddamn generator to back the bitch up, and always have water
Yeah.
for free.
it's true. That's true. Couple of catches to it in that you have to test it and make sure it's safe, and you might have to treat it. It's usually cheaper to get water from the whatever municipal if that's available where you are, because it's regulated and they take care of treating it and everything. But in California, I mean, this is another thing that's left to the states. Every state has different rules about who's allowed to drill wells where. So,
Yeah, I mean, like, okay,
I mean,
so
it costs money to run your pump, at least, right?
yeah,
And to drill a well.
but I mean, we're talking like, if you're talking long term, you're gonna pay to drill the well one time, and then your electric bill to run an electric pump like that, like for a household, is
Yeah.
minimal. I'm talking a
Okay. I don't know
couple.
anything
Oh
about
yeah,
those
like
things.
I mean, I used to install stuff like that when I had a landscape business. We used to install wells for irrigation, and usually it was shallow wells, but sometimes you had to go down because there was no more like in their backyard or front yard, side yard, whatever. There you might not have been able to hit as shallow, so you had to go deeper. But anyway, yeah, the electric pumps. Even if you're running if you have like a huge household, like a bunch of people living there,
Like
I
a
mean,
bunch of teenagers.
you're talking about like a couple dollars a month.
Really?
Yeah. And then most of the time, now, see, that's why I said in my area, like California, I know the water's different. Like, but in my area, the water's very brackish. So that's, you have to treat it also. But see,
Do you do like reverse osmosis for that?
well, no, I'm actually tapped into an artesian well. So
Oh,
it's like,
nice.
so the water is always flowing. But like if you were to do brackish water, or if you needed to treat brackish water, it could get kind of intense. But
you have to basically desalinate it, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you've got to get all the salt and the fresh water bull crap, because it's salt water and fresh water. It's brackish.
Right.
But yeah, so that's kind of a process. But I mean, still, you know what I mean? Like, it can be
reverse
done.
osmosis is much more widely available for.
Yeah. The only problem with reverse osmosis is when you do that, you have to add, and I'm sure but you got to add trace minerals back. If not, you're not getting anything out of the water that you're supposed to.
Right.
But I mean, if you say because most people's water bill is pretty decent for every month. It's a pretty high bill. You know what I mean?
In California, can average families about $300 every 2 months. Every 2 months.
Okay.
So $150 a month.
Yeah. So see, so you would pay. You would basically what could be set up is, instead of a municipal, you could have a choice, and then the state could own a well drilling company, and then they could finance you, and you could pay them monthly. And then once you pay your well off, you're fucking saving so much money. And see, why don't they want to do that? See, doesn't that make a lot of sense? If they were to I know it would cut private business out, but if it's going to help people.
What are you, some kind of communist?
Well, no, definitely not. I'm a capitalist all the way. And so, if I was the governor of a state, if I was the governor of a state,
so you have capital. You're a capitalist.
Oh yeah. If I was a governor, right, of a state, I would want to make the state money. So like I would say, hey, we're finna start drilling wells, man. Because you know what? There's people that's gonna drill a well regardless.
Yep.
So why not get the motherfucking money?
Right.
And then
Yep.
why not get even more popular with it and help people out and
No, I'm
finance
totally for
people
that.
out? So
We should pool our resources where it makes sense, for sure.
yeah, because like at the end of the day, like you in California, depending on where you live at, and I'm sure you know a lot more about it than I do, but eventually you're going to be fighting for water because of how the water is distributed throughout the counties of California and then where it goes to other than California. They ship water that comes out of California's aquifers all the way to fucking Las Vegas, which is just odd to me, but they do because Vegas has got to have some water.
No, we rely on the same water source. They get some water out of the Colorado River, and so does California under a compact with other states.
Right. And so eventually, how I've kept up with this water thing for a while. And eventually, like right now, people already own the rights to the water, where it's coming from before it ever even gets anywhere close to the people's house. And so eventually the shit's going to get to where like it's an actual commodity. Like right now, Jason, you see it, go on Stash and go to thematic, or it might be on Stash, it's on Webull investing. And go if you go on thematic investments, you can see fucking water on there, bro. You can invest in water right now.
Wow.
You can buy water and then own shares of water from different states.
Wow.
The fuck, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so if I was
And
the
a lot of
governor of
that
the
is
state,
what they
if I
call
was the
paper
governor
water.
of the state, I would be like, look, we gotta be a player in this water thing.
Yeah.
And I think that if you get more people tapped onto wells, and that's gonna be there for hundreds of or not thousands of years,
Right.
your state is gonna be better off. That's just one little stupid little bullshit thing. But I mean, water is important.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
But
super
to me,
critical.
if
Hey,
I was a
Lucy.
governor, I'll find a way. What I would do is I would do something that a lot of states haven't just already done. For some reason, I don't know why. Actually, a lot of that whole state hasn't even done it yet. But the city of Denver, Colorado, their whole plumbing system is set up to where when you flush your toilet, it powers a turbine, a water
See, there you
turbine.
go. See,
And
then
the
you would,
water
and
turbine,
then
like
people wouldn't even have a fucking bill for their.
everybody could technically have free electricity.
Bro,
We
you could
should,
set it up
right.
just like you're talking about. You can make it to where your pump was running free from the water that is pumping up. Because once you know how water flows, once you pump
Yeah,
water up, it's going to continue to pump. Like that's why you can siphon shit out of a gas tank.
right.
Well, I
Because
think
once you get it coming through that tube, it won't stop.
so. I think they were piloting some because I mean it's a flowing water in a distribution system.
Uh-huh.
No reason you couldn't have things like water wheels
Right.
within the system that you're already probably, if you have hills, you're already spending money to pump out from wherever you treat it to the people's houses. It's a perfect example of a way you could double use
Yeah.
that infrastructure. I don't know whatever happened. I think part of the problem is the corrosiveness of the water and the difficulty of repair
Yeah.
because of
Well,
where the like they would be located is like underground in pipes and
right.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
I was
mean,
just I thought it would be like it's just cool that at least a city. I mean, they only did it for like backup power. It really Denver, Colorado, they did it for black backup power. But in cannabis was the thing that funded the whole thing. But they were that was when all those rumors about like what is that the fucking world was like the electricity and shit was gonna go out. Like just people were the threats of the cyber attacks. Like it was,
oh yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. But cannabis paid for Colorado to do that, to be able to put turbines in the sewers so that when
Yeah.
people flush the toilet, you power the backup generators just in case the power goes out. But to
It's
me,
smart. It's
yeah, it
smart. It
is. It's
should be
brilliant. But for me,
everywhere. I don't know
but for
why it is.
me,
Why isn't it everywhere? Tell
I
me.
have no idea. But for me, if I was that, I would have like, look, well, then guess what? Everybody's now on their own power supply. We're just gonna power our own city, like, and nobody has to pay for electricity. And guess where people are gonna spend money now? They're gonna spend money on more shit for our city. They're gonna love living there. Our population is
Hmm.
gonna grow
Well,
up. We're gonna have
also,
to
bro, look, think about it.
free
At
electricity.
and
But
at the
I'm
same
not high
time,
enough yet.
if
I
you
got to
if
get more high.
if you empower a homeowner and give them an option that's affordable for them to drill their own well,
Yeah,
think about how much responsibility the state
would even have.
gets
Yeah,
away from then.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then how many people they don't have to hire to do these jobs because the
Right.
homeowner is going to take care of. Like, it's just,
But I don't know. I don't know. I kind of am for having certain things. I mean, I don't. It's easier if it's kind of done collectively, like we go in together on
Yeah.
like a sewer, for example. But also with water, it really depends on your location because, like, if I drill a well and my neighbor drills a well and they put in a lawn and then they put in a golf course and now I have to drill my well lower, deeper, because they're sucking all the water out of
Yeah,
the
and I
ground.
think that's where your city would.
right. And you know what?
Yeah.
The parts of the water rights that I'm talking about, that
Uh-huh.
is where like the heavy money is deep
Yeah.
down
Oh,
under the ground. Think about that. Like people are
yeah.
predicting for some areas to run out of water, and then people are going to have to pay a lot from some group of people that invested
I
money.
can tell you, I was I was an elected official in a town that is short of water on the coast of California, and I can tell you so many of the unintended consequences, some of the intended consequences of having for now 24 years having a moratorium on building because they don't have enough water is what
Yeah.
they've been saying. The problem is they do have enough water,
Mm.
but you can see the effects of what's happening there, like the property values the day after they declared the moratorium.
Uh-huh.
Every house in that entire town went up by $100,000
Jeez.
Wow.
by that one decision, and it's still in place. And there are people who have owned property for over 20 years hoping eventually they'll get to build. And what happened was during the drought, the board decided to build a desalination plant and treat the brackish
Excuse me.
water between where the creek went into the ocean and
Hmm.
like up above our wastewater, the secondary, tertiary treatment ponds, right?
Right.
And that cost the town uh, eventually $13 million was the total amount, and they now are on the hook for every year for like I don't know $300,000 twice a
Right.
year or
And
something.
I mean, those prices are always, I'm
And
sure
that's
you,
everybody in town. So they did
Yeah.
get their $100,000 value added to their house, but now they also have to on the back end, and their bills
Right.
went up.
yeah, that's ridiculous.
And that's
I
just
mean,
as a practical, pragmatic. I mean, that's I think I said this yesterday. I'm prone to stating the obvious, but I also tend to like break things down because I like people to understand, and I appreciate you guys have some real uh, detailed and nuanced takes on things that I really appreciate. So I just want to compliment you
Likewise.
for that. I
Yeah,
enjoy
you
these
can look some shit that
conversations
we
with
ain't
you
uh,
known
guys.
too, for sure.
well, I mean,
Likewise.
obviously, like, I'm not all for everybody having a well. I just think it's a good idea, but also it's like it's not going to be able to happen in a city, obviously. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And then I think that it might even be unfair, but I think that some areas would probably have to get zoned for how deep it would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then it's just hard to make things work right because money talks, bullshit walks, corruption is going to be what it is. And if somebody wants to build a fucking golf course near your shit, they're going to get your water, period. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I just don't even
Yeah,
know what to
because
say about that
it's
other
true.
than that.
You don't have to explain it to me because I watched it. I saw Money Talked.
Yeah.
It's really,
And
I
I
could
think that's
tell
what
you
we see
some
in
horror
our election
I
stories.
and
mean, you know,
everything.
like the people in the world that say that statement isn't true, they've never been in the situation.
Right.
Because
That's right.
when
That's right.
somebody comes up and says this amount for this,
Yeah.
usually it happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Facts. Well, that's what happened in Canton when they were zoning to build this Hall of Fame village they're trying to build. Okay. So you got
Yeah.
this Hall of Fame village that they're trying to build because they're trying to get the NFL commission office to come move to Canton because this is where the Football Hall of Fame is. And people had to sell their houses for $150,000 cheaper than what they were worth, all because the city was like, "Yeah, you ride or get rolled over. Like it doesn't matter. Take the check, or we're just gonna fucking." You know what I mean? Like we're gonna offer you less each time. It doesn't matter. They just money talks. Like nothing you can do. What you gonna say? No, you can keep saying no. You can keep saying no. Eventually, they'll literally build the whole thing around your house.
Yeah.
You won't even be able to get to your house type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always been like that. It's just fucking crazy. You know how and that's why they wouldn't sell us that building, Nova, is because that's going to be a prime area for the Hall of Fame village too. That's going to be
Yeah.
right
I mean,
beside the Hall of Fame
I
village.
100% experienced that like head on. These
Yeah.
people, they passed me around to so many different realtors and then to the person that supposedly held the deed to the all this shit. Like they wouldn't do it. And I even had to like I even told Jason, I was like, man, you start talking to the people and see if they'll change or whatever. No,
Yeah. Mm-mm.
it's so weird
It
because we
won't.
wanted to open up a shop right there.
Yeah, because it's in the art district and shit, and it's right on. They would be right outside where the Hall of Fame village would be, and the first thing they want to know is it's like, yo, I was interested in this building for sale. You know, me and my partner had cash down or cash on the whole building, depending on how much you guys were willing to sell for. And we were just interested in learning more. Well, what do you want to do with the building? What does it fucking matter? I just said I got cash on
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah, like to a realtor, like that's the fucking dumbest question ever. What are you going to do with it? Doesn't
What
matter.
are
It
you gonna
doesn't.
do
It's none of
with
your
it? That's why I
business.
was
Yeah.
like,
What do you care?
Now, if
right.
there's like a code, I get it.
Well,
Like you
there's
can't do
usually zoning codes, right?
right,
Well,
but
no, yeah.
but
Well,
at the end of the
obviously,
day,
I checked that
the realtor
prior
can kick
to.
rocks though. The
Yeah, but
realtor
I
just needs
checked
to
that.
take the money and shut up and walk out of there. You
I
know what I
checked
mean?
that prior to. It was a some kind of hair store and salon prior to. You know what I mean? So you could sell shit out of that
Well,
building.
that's one of the
You
main
probably
reasons we
couldn't have
chose
lived
that
there
place.
though, right? You
Yeah,
probably
no, we
couldn't
weren't
live
trying to
there.
live there. We were trying to set up a
Right.
shop. We wanted to open a shop. So yeah, we weren't trying to live there. We were trying
No,
to
I was
open a
just giving an example of why they would
yeah,
regulate that, why they would
yeah,
want to know that kind of thing, because there's
yeah.
regulations about what's
Right.
allowed,
Right.
you
And
know.
but
Oh yeah, yeah,
but they didn't know that we checked that previously. So we knew we
Ah,
could yeah, we
yeah.
could
oh,
we knew
isn't
we
it
could
lovely when people treat you like you just don't know
yeah.
what the fuck you're
Like you just
talking
don't know
about,
what the
like
fuck
I
you're
just
talking about.
did?
Nova said, first off, Jay, go call downtown to the city zoning and see if we can have a retail business at that location. So I took the address, I called downtown, I said, hi, the address over here is a building being sold. I just want to know what kind of retail zoning do I have on that area. And as long as you have the license to sell whatever you're trying to sell, you're good to go. Okay, thank you very much. Have a great day. You too. And then they're talking to the realtor. They act like we didn't know that, and that was the
And
funny part about it.
this was actually not even going to be marijuana or cannabis. It was going to be a fucking head shop, and
Yeah,
we
it was
would
gonna be a
probably be able to
smoke shop.
we would have did hemp products out of there. But for the most
Yeah.
part, it was going to be a studio also, and just a
Uh-huh.
whole like
Well, they
place,
had
you
a
know.
whole basement. They had a whole downstairs, so we were gonna have two businesses. We have two
Oh,
LLCs.
nice.
We have an LLC to be able to sell hemp and hemp related products, and we have a LLC for our record company. So
Ah,
it would have been the perfect place.
nice.
And
Hmm.
so obviously they've just got this, you know, somebody's came through there and bought the fucking place up and they don't want nobody to know. So they've got it distributed amongst realtors that they've listed and probably paid them X amount of dollars just to list it, but never to sell it. And so, and they're just holding on to it until whatever happens. But I mean, if somebody won't take in that area, if somebody won't take cash for something that they're and the
And what
price that
was
they're
retarded
asking,
was
something's up.
this is what was retarded. They're like, we need. They're like, we need 80 grand cash, right? And we're like, but the dude bought the building for like 40 grand. He said, yeah, but he put a roof on for 20 grand. I'm like, okay, so that's 60 grand. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so, and we got fucking like fucking, I don't know how much you say you the highest you would go. We told him how high we would go, and he was like, oh well, he just got to get that. It was like another $9,000 that he was like, really, like he's got to get the extra $9,000. That $9,000 is stopping y'all from making this deal. I'm like, I don't believe that. You know what I mean? Like it was
That's
just nine
Well,
thousand
crazy.
dollars.
well, no,
Yeah.
it was that. And then when we basically worked around it, and I said, all right, fuck it, I'll just give you what the fuck you're asking. They
Right.
wouldn't do it then.
They wouldn't even do it then. They're like, oh yeah, no,
Then
we don't. We
when
don't
I
even have the
Oh,
literally
funds.
they
like got
made
on,
some other excuse to make it.
yeah,
Yeah.
just over and
Yeah.
over. At first, they didn't think we could come up with the whatever they were asking, I guess.
Yeah. That's
And
probably
so
what
then
it
I was like,
was.
well, fuck it, man,
And
I'll
then
give you
they
80
decided
grand
that
cash.
they maybe they could get that if you guys would pay it.
Right.
Well, as soon as he said, "Yeah, sure, I'll give you 80 grand cash," they didn't want to do business with us.
Oh
So,
no.
hmm
Yeah. Then it turned into something else and something else and something else.
well,
And
we think
finally,
you're
I was
gonna,
just like,
well,
I
we
don't
think
know,
you're gonna
man.
try to set up a cannabis shop, and so what?
Yeah. And think about it. How did they even know that?
Right.
Well, like because the federal government tracks
Exactly.
every dollar more and more because people are doing everything digital, you know.
Hmm.
So if it's more than 10 grand, I think it actually got lowered to 5 grand. It has
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
reported.
You can go steal up. You can go steal about $1,000 worth of stuff and not get in trouble for it, basically. But if you
Right.
send somebody something legally, 5,000 or 6 or 7 or 8,000, you're going to get a flag.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That shit
So
crazy.
fucking
But that's
lame.
why you have to drive it there yourself.
Right. Well, think about this. Think about this. When I a couple years ago when I bought this place that we live at, uh, the woman wanted cash, and so
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. So I had some cash, but I didn't have enough to buy the whole shit.
Right.
I had to go and I had to get 5 different cashier's checks, 5 different days.
Yeah. Right.
It was so
That's
just
so
pathetic. I was
ridiculous.
like, so I said, we can't even. Uh, I was like, the lady wants cash. They were like, well, we can do a wire. I was like, nah, she wants to do cash. You know what I mean? Like she's kind of old
I,
school.
I was
And
just reading. This is an issue that's going to be coming. You mark my words. This issue is going to be coming up in the media more in the coming months.
oh, I believe it. I believe it. I believe that there's a lot of
This cash issue,
Yeah.
all this stuff about cash and being banked or unbanked. Yeah, this
mhm.
is going to be coming up. You watch.
Yeah,
Lou
and so
says you
basically,
gotta say you're
if you're
with
an
the church
unbanked
and you're just
individual,
looking for storage.
if yeah, and if you're an unbanked individual, they're going to push you to be banked. And the
Yep.
way they'll do that is with the elimination of cash.
Oh,
Yep.
yep.
Then you got to have some type of motherfucking way to operate, and
Yep.
and that just is what it is. And if people don't want to believe it, hey y'all, look, everybody listening, if you don't want to believe it, that's okay, but that don't mean that shit is not coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
flat out.
The latest issue of Current Affairs magazine online. Nathan Robinson has an article about it, this very thing.
That's crazy.
You know what? I can
If
write an
they're gonna,
article in about 3 sentences. I can say
I
this:
bet you
if you
could.
have a phone that allows you to do everything that you need to do, and cheaper, then why the fuck isn't everything, even your money, going to be digital?
right?
Totally. Totally.
I think it's where you have to go if we're going to make it that like the Garden of Eden again. Like this is the extreme. It was one extreme, We
Right.
got balanced. Everything was
But,
lovely and
but
great.
you had to
Now we're
follow the
into the
rules.
other. Yeah, now we're in the other extreme where now it's like this Big Brother 1984 George Orwellian type of
Why are
thing,
we trying
and
to control other people?
because when you have all the money in the world, after you drove every possible nice car, you fucked all of the sexiest women, you fucking did everything that you could possibly do. These motherfuckers just
Even the
they
ugly
don't even
Yep.
women.
understand.
And
Yeah,
also
even the ugly ones.
I
Shit.
believe that it's something like, I think it's something like even bigger and deeper. I think it's like,
What do you
okay,
think it is?
so the central
Spiritual
banks
shit, yeah, that too.
and the central banks and the banksters of the world,
Yeah.
they're very smart. They got people that are running these analytics, and they're figuring out every fucking thing about how human beings think, how they're going to act, and they know that eventually cash is not going to be around. So they know it's cheaper, and they know that there's more control. They know all this stuff. So they've slowly but surely been moving us that way.
Do we have to? Do we have to agree? I mean, do we have
No,
to?
we don't.
I'm
Well,
just
you don't
saying,
have
like, do
to.
we have to
No,
allow that?
No,
I
we
think
don't.
we
no.
don't have to
Well, no.
allow it.
You
I
don't
do.
have to. But what's going to happen is they'll make it so expensive for someone to deal with cash that
Yeah.
they just won't want to take cash from you.
Yeah. It
But
used
You'll
to be
go
you could get a cash discount if you used cash.
right,
yeah,
and
I
now
remember
it'll
that.
be. And why do you think? You see what I'm saying? They've been
You're
flooding.
right.
They've been
They
flooding
want to
the
control
market,
how much money we all have.
Yeah,
and they
absolutely.
also want to know. They just want to know,
Yeah,
and
that's
Ugh,
and whatever that
ugh,
means, you can just
why do
take it
they
however you
want to
want to.
know? Why?
Because they just want to be able to know.
Well, that's what I
When
mean.
like
When
right
you when
now,
you've
when they
done
say
everything
there's
else, when you've done everything else, what do you do? Like,
right,
what
what's
is there left
next?
to fuck? What the fuck do you do else? You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
once you fucking climbed all the mountains, you know if the world's flat or not. You know how AI is gonna do. You know who's gonna be
hmm
the next president. You know everything. What is there to look forward to other than let's
right,
see how many people I
and
can
like
manipulate into
the
doing some shit today?
and
Like, it's
Wall
wild,
Street
man.
is
It's sick.
changing, and the way that Wall Street's changing, they want to be able to operate quicker, cheaper, more efficiently. People want to be able to trade
And you
quicker,
know
more
what made me
efficiently.
look at
It's
that? You know,
already at the milliseconds or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
The hyper
Millimeter.
nanosecond or
but
whatever.
Well,
but
no,
but
you know
in
who made me
but
look at it like that though?
it used to be 2 days that
Yeah, true.
it took you to do anything with the market. Now it's 1 day. Soon it'll be 1 second.
No,
Yeah.
it's already under a minute.
Oh yeah.
No. Well, yeah. I mean, maybe to sell
The
or
New
whatever,
York
buy or
Stock
sell.
Yeah.
Exchange.
But
Yeah.
but to close out a complete position and get your money, etc., it
Oh,
takes a
from
whole
on the
day.
user's end. Got it.
Right.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
My
And it
bad.
used to be longer than that. They just changed that like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
Well,
like,
you used to be able to write a check, and it would take at least 3 to 5 days to go through. So
Right.
you
You
could
had
write a
time.
check if you and like have a little
Yeah.
gap before you got your paycheck into the
Yeah.
bank.
yeah,
Yep. You're right. My
But
mom
now
used. I
it's like
remember that shit.
instant. I remember when it changed to instant
right.
because I was a grown up
But
at the
it was,
time.
what's so crazy is it was Will Smith who made me think about it like that because he said the very same thing. He's like, "What do you do after you've driven all of the finest cars,
Uh-huh.
eaten all
Right.
of the you know what I mean?" And it made me look at
You
it like,
punch
"Damn, that's
Chris
how these
Rock,
elites.
turns
That's
out.
how.
Right. Right. That's right. Hey,
That's how.
but think about like
That's
how in
just
the
nuts.
world, how would the most powerful entities, which are the banksters, right? How
Hmm.
would they let somebody invent a technology that was going to undermine their system? It's just not going to happen, and not on this plane,
Unless
not
they're
in
the
this
ones,
world.
unless they are the ones. You know what I mean? Like,
Right?
you know what I mean?
They
Like
could
they got to be the
undermine their
one.
own shit and
Yeah, they
fool
got.
everybody.
Yeah,
Do you
facts.
guys think that there's going to be like a showdown of some sort between BRICS and the I don't know, is it the IMF or I don't know what the Western, I don't know
Nah,
what
I think
the
they're all together. I think it
you
is. I
think
think it.
you
Yeah,
think they're all together?
I think the
You don't think that they'll like battle it out for supremacy? Like, I got to
Nah.
be number
Well,
one.
because
I mean,
we talked
America
about
kind of
the
does that, right?
yeah, but the
Yeah.
BRICS has, you know, 100 million American dollars back in their currency. So
Oh
it's
yeah, you
like
were saying that.
yeah, and it's like it tricks the world into thinking that they're against each other, but really they're not. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Like it's
wild to
like
think
this.
that
It's like this.
yeah,
It's like this. It's like Donald Trump got nicked in the ear by a bullet, and the next day or the next night or whatever it was, Joe Biden said, I hope Donald's okay, and I'm going to be calling him." That's exactly what it's like. It's like that
yeah,
BRICS is going to do their own thing. China is going to own all them motherfuckers, just like the United States owns all this other shit. And there's going to be
yeah.
two motherfuckers out here running everything instead of one in the shadows.
Well,
You know what I mean?
it
Like,
seemed like
and
too because they want
they're
us
both
to
friends
yeah,
because if one of them gets hurt, the other one's going to call him by his first name and give him a call and make sure he's okay.
yeah,
Even if he didn't call him and make sure he's okay, he wants everybody to think that they're cool enough and everything's cool enough that he can call him Donald and call him on the phone.
right.
And that's just how I see it with the world. It's like nobody wants another world war. I don't think we're going to have one. I think that like we could get real close to it economically or whatever. But like at the
I
end of the
think it's
day,
always been a secret war.
yeah, we're too.
Yeah,
We have the internet now. We're regardless. Everybody's intertwined. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
like world trade and everything that goes on now, it happens through the internet. And if there's really going to be a World War III, that the internet would have to be taken out if anybody wants to be able to try to take over because everybody's on the same system.
Yeah, I do worry about the infrastructure of the internet going down and
Yeah, and
the
that's what they're threatening next. You see it all over the news. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
oh, we're getting like they're preparing for a cyber attack, and that's how you know they up to some bullshit again because they're telling you flat out like, yeah, we're worried about the cyber attacks because Microsoft went down, and then not only did Microsoft go down, but Microsoft went down and it took the planes, it took everything with it.
Hey, you know what it affected the most? The planes. And guess what? Right before what? The Olympics.
The Olympics, yeah.
I mean, maybe it was a coincidence. I don't know, but I don't think it was. I think somebody was like, "I'm about to fuck Delta's money up. I'm about to fuck
Oh.
Southwestern's money up." You
Yeah,
know,
but they're
because look,
they
it
have
didn't
to
affect.
fly
It
in.
only affected Delta and Southwestern. It didn't affect all planes. So
No, but
this
that's
is
because
just
other.
very strange to me how somebody can get nicked in the ear, and the dude that called him a goddamn dictator that's going to destroy the fucking planet also says, "I hope Donald's okay, and I'm gonna give him the call tonight." Man, get the man, bro. If you my enemy, bitch, I don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, what is this
Yeah,
fake shit that they
yeah,
give us?
yeah.
yeah.
Like, if
They
I
make it
really
like
think you're a
sports,
But
threat to my
that's how we're supposed to act.
if
quote
right,
unquote.
if I
Yeah,
really think
yeah,
that this dude's a threat to my democracy and he's gonna fucking have me
yeah. Yeah.
prosecuted after I'm not president and all this crazy shit, like, man, fuck that dude.
Well,
Yeah,
you
I hope
see
he.
what they did
Yeah,
to Hitler. When they really think you're a threat, they put boots
exactly.
on the ground. They don't fucking wait. They don't miss shots. Nobody misses when you're a real threat. You really get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. That's
Like,
why I
look,
feel you, bro. I feel
think
what you're
about it.
saying, man.
JFK said some shit that is way more powerful and dangerous than Trump could ever say, and he was
Yep.
killed for it.
Yep.
Trump can get up there and run his goddamn mouth because the motherfuckers in charge want
Yep.
that. They want the divisiveness. They want all the crazy shit.
I just
You know
want
what
to
I
see
mean?
if there's somebody there's a president who got the balls, who runs on the sheer fact that they're going to make APAC register, they're going to get rid of the Federal Reserve, and they're going to make this place, you know, not necessarily super social, but not super left or right. But we're about to go back to the middle, my nigga, and then take everything back to the middle, split everything down the fucking middle, make the House and the representatives split it all down the middle, and actually add a third party for the people and make it a digital app that the people of America can vote on every single itty bitty little topic that comes and happens. Bro, I would turn this bitch around so fast. Like, but that's how easy it is to turn some shit like that around. But the fact that the system is made the way that it's made to get the results that we're seeing today is something that I myself wouldn't be able to control. It would literally take, a million motherfuckers who thought just like me to be able to
I
make
like
something
I
like that
like the
happen.
direct democracy idea, and I think we could do it. I mean, if we can do our banking online, we surely
Right.
can secure
Well,
a voting system.
we a lot of things are online now. The whole voting thing, like the polls are digital, everything. I don't understand why there isn't a our government app, we the people app, that we all log in with our social security numbers, you know what I'm saying? And we could even
Yep.
do facial recognition because all our phones could see our
Right.
faces, you know what I'm saying? So like I
Yeah.
don't understand, like why isn't there an app that I can go and it means, and each vote is one for one. It's not no electoral college, it's not anything, and the results are on the
Right.
blockchain where I
Right.
can, or on the blockchain where they can't be
There's
altered or
people
changed.
working on it. There's people
Yeah,
working on it. There's
because
people
if
working
we
on
could
just
vote,
that kind of thing.
the blockchain would be perfect system for
Yeah.
voting.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of people that think that, and I agree
No,
with that
I'm just based
statement.
off the
Yeah.
information. You can see everything in my wallet on the
Absolutely.
blockchain. You
I'm
can
I'm
get on. You
preach.
can. Yeah, you can
Yes.
see everything that I do on the blockchain. You can see everything Nova's done on the blockchain. You can see, but guess what? With the stock market, we got to wait 48 hours before we know what Nancy Pelosi does with her money. But on the blockchain, we will see it immediately.
Right.
You see what I
Right.
mean? So it's like
Right.
it's just crazy
And it
how
still
they
gives you
we
your
got it.
anonymity, though. You know
Yes,
what I mean? Like
yes,
it doesn't have your
yes.
fucking name and shit on there.
Right.
It's just you have to be a
No,
human
no.
being to fucking to
Right.
deal with it.
Operate it.
And other than
Right.
that, you don't. There's no. This is so and so. There's no
Right.
Yes.
pronouns or nothing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Just,
Yep, absolutely.
you
And
know.
but you can find out whose people's fucking uh whose wallet belongs to who. It's not hard, you know what I mean? But at the same time, there still is a level of privacy that you couldn't
Right, but I'm
confirm
just
that
saying you
stuff
wouldn't
with,
have a.
you know?
If you're voting, you're not going to have a fucking wallet.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like you're just
exactly.
going to vote one time and that's it. Um,
Absolutely.
you can get a different key created each time. You know your safe, your keys, your words, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it.
But
The
if
the
we
one
did
thing
vote
I
it on the
would say
blockchain, we could.
though is that democracy requires interaction and not just the voting piece of it. It also is conversations like
Right,
this. So having a
right.
mechanism like